Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would kind of do a first impression slash unboxing of the new JUVIA'S Zulu palette. Now before I start, I kind of want to do a disclaimer. Now I know there's a lot of controversy with JUVIA'S. I've seen a lot of comments about their customer service. Now I can 100% tell you that I've never had anything happen with JUVIA'S. I've never had any bad customer service. I've never had a palette sent to me that was swatched. I've never had palettes that have come shattered to me, so I've never had to deal with the customer service. If you guys have had any customer service experiences, please leave a comment down below. I love to hear your version. I personally have never had anything happen to me, and I feel like a lot of times when I do these videos I tend to get like a lot of backlash. I tend to get a lot of dislikes on my videos because a lot of people just don't like JUVIA'S for the customer service. Now I know 100% that I have never dealt with any of the customer service, but I can feel for the people who have dealt with bad customer service because that leaves a sour taste in anyone's mouth, and I don't take away from their experience, but I personally have never gone through that. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer in because I don't want people to think that, oh my god, she's always doing a JUVIA'S video, but I've never had a bad experience. I love their shadows. I had a reason for buying them in the first place, and I think I'll continue to buy them as long as, you know, the palettes are not all the same, and if the quality is amazing and it's a good price. Like, that's just how I am. So now that we're kind of through that, I just want to get into it. Now this is the box that it comes in. The front part has a label, but you know, for privacy reasons I won't show you guys that, but I'll do kind of like an opening of the box, and just so you guys can see how it comes. So I'm gonna do it the back way so that, you know, you guys can see. All right, so just opening the box. All right, now when you get any JUVIA'S package, this is how it comes on the inside. It has all these little peanuts in it, which kind of get annoying, but I mean, it's just annoying because they'll fall out, but I prefer having the peanuts in there because I know that my palette is protected. So when you pull it out with the peanuts kind of like falling everywhere, okay, when you pull it out, this is how it comes. It's wrapped in kind of like this styrofoam-esque thing, and then when you pull it out, this is how the palettes arrive. This is the Zulu palette by JUVIA'S. I love it. I think it is stunning. Just the artwork itself, it's beautiful, and on the back it says art is life. The ambiance of the Zulu eyeshadow palette takes on a new character. It exemplifies the rich arts of the, I'm going to put the name here because I don't want to be disrespectful, I don't know how to pronounce that, people of South Africa, embodied with colorful symmetry and precision, a limitless expression of self through eccentric hues, earth tones, and exotic metallic shades. And on the back it has all the ingredients, and it says it's cruelty-free and where it's made. Like I mentioned in my last video with the Magic palette, they are now putting the names on the palette kind of on like the, what we would consider the book end, which I really like because if you have it stacked in a drawer, you could just see on top and know which ones it is and know which palette it is. I really like that. I think that's cool. But yeah, that's just personally me. So when you open the box, once again, it comes wrapped in bubble wrap, and not just one sheet. It comes wrapped in 2 sheets. It's like doubled bubble wrap, so you know that your palette is coming protected. Now this is the palette. Obviously it's a cardboard with a magnetic clasp. They all look like this. I love, again, once again, that on the book end they do have the name on top. I think this is a stunning palette. I said it in previous videos, I love the artwork that they do on this. I feel like that's the reason why I gravitate a lot to these palettes. Now the reason why I purchased JUVIA'S eyeshadows at all, and what interested me in the palette, is that I felt like I had a lot of neutral palettes. So Naked palettes, you know, the Mario by Anastasia palette, I felt like I had a lot of neutral palettes, but I didn't have any pops of color, no blues, no greens, and I tend to lean more to the neutral side when it comes to eyeshadow. But I thought with the summer coming, I think I want to try new looks. I want to experiment more with color, so I thought that JUVIA'S was a good way to expand my collection, especially with colors. at an affordable price. So that's just me. That's the reason why I purchase Juvia's Place eyeshadows. And honey, I can show you the receipts that I do purchase them. They do not know who I am. They do not send me nothing. I don't get anything from this. I just truly, honestly love their palettes. So when you open the palette, it comes with this little plastic over the shadows to protect them and protect the cardboard as well. Once again, they have the artwork on the top, and then this is the palette. Now this one is a lot different than the other ones, and the reason why I say that is you have like maybe like a couple of crease colors maybe, but this is strictly a colorful palette. This is the palette that you want if you want something that you just want a couple of pops of color. You already have your neutrals palette and you just wanted something that gives you a pop of color. This is the palette for you. It retails for $17. Again, you could use a coupon code that you could find anywhere on the internet if you just Google Juvia's Place coupon codes. But I like these. There are 3 shimmers and the other 6 are mattes. I love it. This yellow is what drove me to want this palette so bad. I think it's beautiful. I think it's bright. I think it's stunning. I just can't wait to swatch them just to see, because you know, it's one thing to see the color in the pan and it's another thing to swatch and put in your eyelids. If you don't have any other Juvia's Place eyeshadow, but you are a collector of a lot of neutral palettes, I think out of all of them, I would get this one. Why? Because you have a yellow, you have an orange, you have like a pinky red, a purple, blues, and greens. I think this is an amazing palette to supplement your neutral palette. I don't think if you don't have any neutral palette, you shouldn't just get this one, because it's really hard to just do a look with just this palette. I think this palette is great as a supplemental palette, something that you just need to grab 1 or 2 colors from, but not something that you can create an entire look with. That's just me, in my opinion. Obviously, a lot of people can say you can make a whole look with this palette. I personally wouldn't. I think I would just use maybe one of the bright colors on the lid and then kind of just do like a neutral base. That's me. But yeah, I like this one. Out of all the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes and all the palettes in general, I think this is my favorite one. I just think it is stunning. I love the detail. I love the colors. I just can't express that enough. I think it's beautiful. So I'm just gonna swatch a couple. Now I have nothing on my hands. I have no primer on. I just came out of this monsoon rain in New York, so I'm gonna kind of swatch a couple. So this is the orange, the yellow. Let's do the green. Ooh. And let's do this little color right here. So these are the colors on my finger. That orange is bam. The yellow, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more brighter. It's a little bit more muted, but I'm not mad at it. I personally in my head saw it as maybe like a brighter yellow. This green is beautiful. It looks like it has reflects of gold. And this pink one right here, this iridescent pink shade, that is stunning. Let me just swatch it on my hand. Yeah. So as you can see with the yellow, it's not as bright as I would want it. That's just with one swipe. Let me just grab my hands again. Yeah, with the yellow, you definitely have to build up the intensity to get this yellow to be bright and pigmented. I'm not mad at that. It doesn't bother me, but just, you know, be forewarned. It's not like the oranges start, like just the orange you need one swipe and the other colors you need one swipe, but that yellow you definitely need more. You definitely need to put your brush in more to get the colors. Now I swatched 4 of them, so I should swatch the other 5, just, you know, to be fair. So let's do this brown right here. Look at that brown. That is quite pigmented. Let me swatch the other colors. So this green, this teal, this pink, and this purple. And let me see if I have arm space. Sorry about my horrible swatching. It's a little bit difficult. These are all 9 shades swatched. I do have to say that out of this one, the mattes are a little bit more dry, a little bit chalky. Especially this purple, it's not as pigmented. It's a little bit streaky, a little bit patchy. I've never had that issue before with Juvia's Place eyeshadows. I don't know if it's just this palette. It probably just is this palette. But also purples are really difficult to make with any eyeshadow company. It's just the pigmentation of purples. It is pigmented, don't get me wrong, you do get the purple shade, but it is patchy. The mattes, in my opinion, I'm not like 100% with the mattes in this palette. They do take up a lot of buildup to get the color payoff that you want. Except for this like dark green color, blue green. I think it's stunning. I think it's like my favorite matte in the palette. And the pink. I feel like the pink and this blue are the only ones. The orange is definitely pigmented. The brown is as well. But the yellow, you definitely had to go in. I had to swipe it 3 times. Go put my finger in and swipe 3 times to get this yellow. Overall, I do like this palette. Is it my favorite? I think, see, it's hard. I had high hopes for the Zulu palette, don't get me wrong, I still like it, but just swatching on my hand, I'm not 100% impressed with the quality. I think the other palettes are better in quality in my opinion. I don't know if it's just something about the way that they formulated this one, but I'll definitely use it. I'll let you guys know if with a brush it applies differently. With primer, because in all honesty with the yellow I do put a base on that's like either a concealer or MAC's Paint Pot in soft ochre, so it would definitely make the color more intense. But I'll let you guys know how I like the palette on my eyes, because definitely swatching it isn't a given. It doesn't mean it's gonna be bad, it doesn't mean it's gonna be good, it just means that you swatched it on your hand. As always guys, don't forget to follow me on my social media, my Snapchat, my Instagram. I'll leave the name right here. Don't forget to subscribe, send your friends. Let's all send out this positive energy, positive vibes on this very gloomy day in New York City. I'm waiting for the summer. I'm waiting for the sun. Sun's out, buns out, guns out, whatever it is for you. I'm ready for that time in the summer. Don't forget to comment and subscribe as well. I love hearing your guys' opinions. Whether we agree or not, I'm all about that open communication, that open discussion. I want to know your thoughts on Juvia's Place, because I noticed that on a lot of my videos, I don't get as much hate until I post a video regarding a Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette. So I kind of want to know what's with all the hate. Is it the customer service? Is it me? Is it both? Because I want to know. I want to know. But as always guys, I hope you truly enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.